Well, it says we're live. Are we
Nice.
live? Who the fuck knows? I guess
So,
there's only one way to find out.
you are now watching Chat Grapple and Cheap Pops live. Please do not say fuck or bugger. You are live.
What? Why can't we say these things?
Oh, now live on your... Yeah, it says we're live, baby. Yeah, we... Wow. So,
How are you, man? What's going on?
mate, one of them mad ones. A lot going on with work and all that. Bit of a mad one, but I've managed to... It's quite good because at work I'm able to watch the football. So I was watching Turkey versus Georgia earlier, watching
Good
all
game.
the Willies.
Good game.
You know, remember Kavalashvili?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because Georgia have always got them Willies, haven't they? They've always got, you know, I don't know what that is with the end of the surnames, always having Willie on the end.
But a good bunch of lads nonetheless.
I'm sure they're a fantastic bunch of lads. To be honest, they were all very unlucky in that game. At 1-1, they were doing really well. And then, you know, Turkey with the fucking wonder goal, you know, and the 3-1, you know, they fucking chucked it all into the hat and then they had no goalkeeper and basically fucked up that way. Football.
Yeah, it happens, man. It's football. It is football. We are not here to talk about football, though, friends.
If you want to talk about football, you need to go over to Football with JB. If you want to talk about the beautiful game,
that would be me. Yes, you
Do
would
that.
be wanting to talk about football. Then, by all means, hit up Football with JB. Very small, slow start to a channel, but we are getting there. We are getting somewhere. I'm looking forward to where that takes me to. But this is pro wrestling, baby.
So anyway, there's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. You get me? You have to walk it slow, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hello, darling. Hello, good looking. Tip of Irie. Remember that?
So let's get this out of the way quickly. You know, welcome to Chat Grapple Live, the first in hopefully many live attempts here. I'm JB, the man sitting next to me, the man that smashes it all over the shop, Mr. Chris Dredd.
I'm a smasher. Yeah, I mean,
there you go. He's a smasher.
Smashing
indeed.
it all over every shop. You know what I mean?
And fuck it. We decided to go live. We said, we haven't been able to hook up for a few days now, maybe a week or two.
Yeah.
Must be something.
How you doing? You feeling all right? Is your boy all right?
Yeah. Everything's pretty good. Yeah,
Good.
Everyone's doing okay, I guess.
All right, but I've got a fucking headache. I don't know what it is. You got hay fever? Do you have hay fever?
I have got hay fever. My hay fever has been pretty shit today.
Bro, it's been brutal.
Yeah.
Last couple of days, banging headache and that itchy eyes. You know, but hey ho, it's the summertime, so we love it.
Barely a summer.
Barely. It's a bit hot though. It's nice.
I don't know about that. I don't think it's that hot. I'm rocking a vest here. Yeah.
I'm saying.
Trying
man's
to
rocking the vest.
So, where do we start? Of course, we start with what is most relevant, and he is here. Uncle Howdy and his crew are finally with us. How awesome is that?
It's good. It was always going to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was struggling to figure out who the fifth person was, and then I think I did understand it properly. I was trying to figure out who was who, and obviously Bo is there along with Nikki Cross, Eric. He was Eric Redbeard in AEW. What's he going by now? Is he back to Eric Rowan?
Rowan, I was going to say it's Eric Rowan, isn't it? Yeah.
Joe Gacy was another one who tweeted out and made a point of it, and letting the world know it was him. And I'm guessing the other one's Dexter Loomis. Is that right?
It is Dexter Loomis, yeah.
Oh, thank God for that. I was a bit confused there for a minute, but yeah, I mean, what an ending to Raw. I mean, holy shit.
Where's Ron Killings? He was in a picture that I've seen.
He was. He did tweet out that someone had obviously inserted him into it as well, much like the Judgment Day. Like, I still think Truth should have got a title match off of Priest for that.
Yeah,
I think just to finish that feud off, he loses to Priest. Priest looks strong going over all that stuff. But that was my take on that storyline. Did you watch Clash at the Castle?
I did watch Clash at the Castle.
How did you feel?
It was all right. I thought it was all right. I'll tell you one thing, right? I don't know if it's a hot take.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm almost certain I'm not the only person that thinks it. Cheers, bro. I'm on the old Jasmine Master Kong Jasmine tea right now.
Oh, lovely.
So, yeah, I don't think I'm the only one that thinks this. Probably not a hot take, but to some it may be.
Well, let's see. Let's be having you.
I'm bored of Cody as fucking champion.
I don't know about that one. I'm not certain that the rest of the wrestling world agrees. I think you're very much in the minority.
I'm bored. I'm fucking bored.
How so?
It's just, I'm gonna be honest, right? It's Cody's fine, okay? He can wrestle, he can work, it's fine. But the whole sort of, for example, Clash at the Castle, the match that we saw against AJ, was it AJ?
Yeah, I quit.
Yeah, the I quit. That's it, against AJ. Like, the whole, when he's working himself up and he's, getting battered and all that. It's just sort of, it's just boring to me already. Like, I still don't. I'm still not sort of sold that it was. He should have really beaten Roman. Someone had to, but I don't. I just think it was too contrived. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I think it was just too contrived, and everyone knew it was going to happen, and it was just sort of, yeah, man. I'm bored of Cody. I am bored, and it's not that I dislike Cody. I think he's sort of, he's good. It's not that he's not good. It's just I don't think, I would prefer to have seen sort of. I mean, I'm not a huge fucking Drew fan anyway either. But even fucking bisexual Undertaker, I would prefer him. Priest. As a he's got a bit more about him. Did you see the sign though as well? Bisexual Undertaker sells Avon. It was
I mean, I did. I don't know. I don't think it was as funny as maybe others thought it was. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, that doesn't really didn't strike for me.
The whole, it's like, yo, your dad sells Avon. You know them ones.
Yeah.
It's a play on that. Your dad sells Avon. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just bored of Cody. I just think there's got to be more to the whole sort of holding the when you've come from the head of the table.
Yeah,
you've got to have something sort of more sustainable, and I just think, like I say, please don't tell me I'm the only one that's bored of Cody.
No, I've seen it in the odd chat here and there, but I don't know, man. Scottish crowd seem pretty hyped for Cody.
I mean, sure. The rest of the card was, it was all right. The two Scottish lasses getting the title. Let's talk about Jade. Should we talk about Jade?
We can talk about Jade. Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Unfortunate accident. I do think it's an unfortunate accident. It is a move that she has done already many times. I felt sorry for her in that instance because it's it's an accident. Then other people had issues with the ropes on Saturday, so I don't think it's worthy of people crying and screaming, "Send her back to the PC." Like,
I mean, to be honest, though, I do think I saw your tweet, because I was watching it at the same time almost as you was. I went out for a meal with my missus, and I didn't realize what time it had started. So I'm sitting in fucking Zizzies, yeah, you know what I mean?
Zizzies.
No, where was I? Ask, I was in Ask,
dear.
right? And fucking, we just finished our food and whatever. I thought, oh fuck, Clash at the Castle's on. So I put it on and I was watching it on my phone. And then we had to drive somewhere. I had to go and pick something up. So actually, I had to go and pick some Tottenham programs up actually for some bits and bobs. Yeah, I know, it's all right. And so I was watching it in the car. My missus was driving. I was watching it in the car, and I saw your tweets as you know.
Yes, I was live. I was essentially live tweeting the show.
Yeah, but I agree. She was losing it. I think she was losing it up to the end of the match. She wasn't
knock of confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
was shot after the rope botch, and it just sort of the match fell apart a little bit, and
it did.
By the end of it, I was eager for it to end as well.
Yeah, same. I thought so. I thought it was a little bit. I thought it was a bit out of the blue as well. There was a huge pop for the ending, like you said, but obviously the hometown gal going over, they're going to get a huge pop.
Yeah, why not? Why not have it was the only hometown victory they had that night. So, why not? The rest of the.
I mean that was okay.
Where'd you fall on? Fall on Drew and Punk?
I mean, I do feel for Drew getting screwed over again in a way, but I also am a huge fan of whatever gets the biggest reaction, good or bad.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of these ones of like, oh, they fucking screwed him, like all these AEW fucking fanboys. And I'm sure WrestleMania are gonna have something to say about. I've already seen them putting out videos. Oh, Drew quits and all this, and it's like, it's
what,
silly.
Should we be doing that as well?
Yeah. Okay. We need to. Yeah. WrestleMania are the biggest bunch of fucking wankers, right? They are like their whole channel is a play on WrestleMania.
Shouting out the 3 live viewers currently. I'm putting this banner up as a joke. There it is. We know he's not quit the WWE.
Of course he's not, but this is what WrestleMania do. They always put in these things, oh, Drew, but anything to fucking have a go at WWE, and it's like, WWE's worst angles of 2014. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing?
They got to have some sort of content. If that means that what we find out which wrestler sniffed some coke in the 80s, then so be it. That's the angle they're going to take. They got to get their clicks. They got to satisfy their paymasters. Something we don't have that sort of trouble with. Yeah.
So I wasn't that pissed off that Drew lost.
No, I wasn't.
If I'm honest with you,
it was great.
I thought it was fine. I think the heat between these two is fine. I think the fact that fucking CM Punk turns up in a Celtic top, it's fucking fantastic. Eating donuts, I think it's great. I love all that.
CM Punk turning up with pastries. There's going to be, some sort of baked good. There's going to be some crazy shit going on.
You know what I mean? And it's like, it's someone was saying, oh, I think he has too much sugar. They were talking about, I think when he eats, all we see is him eating sugared things, you know, so maybe that just
Yeah.
sends him a bit crazy. You know, it's it's fine. I think if they're working towards something, fine. You know, I'm sure Drew McIntyre will get to beat 7 shades of shit out of CM Punk at some point, which will be fine.
It's coming. As far as we're aware, SummerSlam is the one they're aiming for, and why not? Let Drew go to TNA for a minute. Let him cool off. Let him cool off in TNA for a month or two. Probably just a month, because I think the times will be for SummerSlam are a little bit different this year. Don't even let him show up in Toronto for Money in the Bank. Unless they're going to have him win it, which doesn't make sense. Have Drew take that, mini break, show up in TNA. Why not? Let's bring TNA back into that major wrestling, company fold, and see if they can, bring some numbers in, and maybe make it an interesting sort of 3 big promotion instead of just 2.
The old prohibited portal.
That's the one, yeah, because let's face it. Does anyone care about Forbidden Doors anymore?
No, I mean, does anyone care about AEW anymore? I mean, I'm honest.
I wasn't going that far, but no, that's fine. You please, yeah.
What really are they offering at the moment? Apart from these fucking poorly booked, sort of brawly sort of matches, half-assed sort of not even storylines. It's a completely different product, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's completely different.
I wouldn't be too harsh on it. It has brought the eyes of some of the Japanese wrestlers. I know they're bringing in wrestlers from, was it CMLL or something? I don't think it's AAA, is it?
No, CML. Yeah,
one of them. Like, that's always cool to see that, but Lucha Underground did that stuff, and it didn't end up paying off. I think sometimes they are a little too trusting in nature to bring in the bigger names of New Japan, or somewhere in Mexico, or even in the UK, and these guys are not as over with not even your casual, discount casual wrestling fan bases for a minute. It's those the medium watchers, the ones that will watch pay-per-views, and they won't watch shows like Collision or Dark or Main Event or anything. They'll just watch those main sort of shows like Raw, SmackDown, not Rampage, Dynamite, stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're not even over with those guys. Not everyone watches New Japan. I get that. Not everyone sits around waiting on the first weekend of January to watch Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I think they're a little bit confused in their approach, because I think that's what they believe. They think everyone watches Wrestle Kingdom, everyone tunes in, and yet they don't.
Yeah, but again, it comes back to the fact that Tony Khan doesn't have a clue. All he's looking at it is through his very blinkered view of what he likes. And what he's pandering to that very small demographic that is even smaller than the demographic of people that watch AEW. It's an even smaller group of people that will watch.
It doesn't bring people in.
No, it really doesn't, and it's not going to.
I'm just I've said this recently. I gladly watch stuff on YouTube and some of the older Japanese stuff. UWFI. I've been watching a lot of All Japan lately, and there's a lot of would Kobashi or whoever have done well in the WWF in the 90s? Fuck no. Different time. Like, And I do feel like they are trying to squeeze in as many New Japan talents as they can. And each one that turns out, you get like the initial hardcore wave of, oh my god, this, it's so and so, they're so good, it's brilliant, it's amazing. Like, by all means, bring in Suzuki. Almost everybody seems to know who Suzuki is, and he's a fun act to have on the show. He's an old man. He's doing his bits and bobs. He's buoying people off in Nando's. He's doing what he does. It's Suzuki. But when you start to bring in, mid-carders who aren't Suzuki, who haven't held world titles, who haven't, even Shooter Umino, yes, we've seen him live. We know what he's about. Is he over?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not. Again, I don't think he is.
Sorry, man. I got distracted for a second because someone just scored against Portugal.
Oh, the Czech Republic have scored, have they?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. That's what happens when you rely on 39-year-olds to score your goals.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, not my style, but yeah. The Forbidden Door stuff, it is a little bit passé now. It's no longer a Forbidden Door if you keep bringing people in all the time. It's just an open door. Everybody in, come on. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, but this is the thing. It's Tony. Tony thinks he's the sort of the messiah of this Japanese style, doesn't he? He's like, he's given them a platform in the US to do what they do over there and whatever. And it's it is what it is. But as you said, it's not going to grow the audience. It's very nichey, and it will just continue. The people that watch it will continue to watch it, and that's it.
I mean, to be fair, even talking about it has lost our numbers as well. So, we'll have to move on from it.
Yeah, there you go.
Hasn't done anything.
Yeah.
I want to go back to Uncle Howdy for a minute. A lot of discourse within 24 hours, because today is Tuesday, and it's a day removed from Raw, and real bad faith shit going on again. Same guy as before, same group of people as before, complaining that monetizing Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt Six and Uncle Howdy and all that is wrong. Oh man, like what a shit take that is. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you saw it. You know what it is.
Yeah, I mean it's but these are the same people that think that the Owen Hart tournament is perfectly fine. Do you get what I'm saying?
They're trying to tell you that that's for the foundation and there's no monetization going. What's to no profit to be made off of that?
No, but they're trying to get viewers.
If they believe that, I've got some volcano insurance that I can sell them.
Yeah, honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. The whole Owen Hart tournament thing and all that, and that to me is worse than the Uncle Howdy thing. I think people are crying. I think that Bray Wyatt never really got to do everything that he was supposed to do.
Not after the comeback, no. Yeah.
No. And I mean, as to with Owen Hart, I think Owen Hart had a lot more to offer as well, if you're going to look at it from a fair viewpoint. But, people have been sort of screaming out for this to happen. And I think it's just WWE giving the fans what they want, in a sense. So it's not necessarily them sort of capitalizing on it and trying to monetize it as such. I think it's just sort of people were fucking screaming that they sort of wanted it, and they're saying, yeah, all right, fine, we'll do it,
Yeah, I just think I've seen so much today, especially after Raw, so much, almost like, tweets and Facebook stuff of pure happiness
Yeah,
that, you know, uh, Bo had a glove on that said it had Bray on the knuckles and all that stuff. Like, people all have these really genuine, these little tales
yeah,
of how Bray, who for everything it seems like he was a wonderful guy. No one talks about him in any bad way whatsoever. And it was really nice to see all of that in in everyone's tweets and stuff, like that. They felt so happy that Bray would be honored in this way. He's essentially the story that I think was they were building towards with Uncle Howdy in the first place, and it never came to fruition, as for reasons why.
mm.
But yeah, it's just too much genuine joy for it to be ruined by some serious crybabies, who try and use bigger words and oh yeah, monetizing it's wrong. Well, let's be honest, where's the money for the Bray merch gone? Where did it go?
Yeah, it goes to his family, don't it?
Exactly. Like, let's not try and call a spade a donkey here. Like,
Yeah.
it's just bad faith, man. And we have trouble when we see shit like that, and when we see really awful takes. And we'll get to terrible takes very shortly, because we have to address Mr. Terrible Takes himself when we come to these sort of things. But yeah, we're not ones to sit by and see a bad take and not say something. And we do. We've done it this week already. Upsetting people, getting comments and messages online saying how upset we are, and how it's not really. We just like to have fun.
We just can't keep our mouth shut. That's all.
Nor should we.
No, that's right.
Yeah. What? Oh yes. Sorry, I do need to address one thing that I did hear on a podcast this week or last week, and it does involve Mr. Terrible Takes, saying that he won't be watching any YouTube. He'll be listening only. He doesn't want to see your face, Chris.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I mean,
listen only.
Yeah, it's all right.
No,
it's all right. I still love him.
Yeah.
I can't hate.
There's no hate in our hearts here.
No, I'll just send him some dubious private messages now, some abusive ones.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds.
We
fair.
don't want to look at my fucking boat race, you mug. You know what I mean? It's a proper English fucking cusses.
Shout out to the person who is sticking around watching this. Leave a comment. Let's find out who you are. Like, Jesus.
So where are the comments going on YouTube?
Yeah, they'll come up on YouTube and here on. Shout out to StreamYard, who are hosting this.
Yeah.
Our first foray into live show.
So
I don't really know. We never know what we're doing here half the time, but we're live.
Flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
Because what I think we should do on this next time, I think maybe when we do because we've still got to watch the Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole match.
Yes, we do.
So I think maybe we could do a live stream watch along of that. If we're on the screens here, we could have, I could have on my phone, we could just press play at the same time, bosh, and do that. And we could invite everybody to do that. We could advertise it a little bit before time.
Well, yeah, we didn't know until this afternoon we were going live. So yeah, we made that decision on the fly. And here we are. Like, this is weird to me. Like, this is, normally I can edit out half the shit, that we do and say and all the bad stuff. But today we're just, you're hearing it all.
So what else have we got? Because let's have a little look. Let's if we're gonna go in, let's go in, right? So
there's still plenty to go by. It was we were just catching up with the best that we could find.
You've got, oh my god, don't, whatever you do, don't join any of the wrestling groups on Facebook, because I'll tell you what, God, some of these people, it's a surprise how they actually survive in life. Genuinely, like, I don't understand how these people actually survive. So let's have a look and see what's going on here.
Well, there's some other stuff that I can gladly talk about. Like, it's, I want to talk about TNA for a minute, and this potential crossover hasn't really kicked in much yet. Like, there's been, was it Jordan Grace on NXT? I honestly, who was it that Tatum Paxley turned up on at the Against All Odds pay-per-view? But we need more. I think we need more. I think we need, who's AJ Francis offered out Obafemi.
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's get Drew over to TNA. Let's have a sing-along with Joe Hendry on NXT. I don't necessarily believe in it, but
okay,
that's what the people want. Give it to them.
It's still, it's amazing to me. I've just seen another thing. I mean, we're live, pal. I've just seen another thing on an AEW group that I'm sort of in.
Oh no!
And it's like, WWE marks need to stop being obsessed with ratings. And it's like, oh my god! Like, when they were beating NXT, they were obsessed with the ratings.
Yeah, that was their thing. Ratings was a big thing for them during the Wednesday Night War or whatever it was, and that was all sort of like stoked by Brian Alvarez, Uncle Dave, all your loosely termed journalists within wrestling, and that was their shtick, and that was their main source of clicks, talking about ratings and how AEW had got these ratings and done this key demo and stuff. They even used it in storyline. Jericho was the demo god, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Yep. Reebok teaming up with AEW again, this time for a Brody Lee shoe. Something you're interested in, or do you want them Bucks ones?
Are they going to be pumps?
I don't think so.
Brody Lee.
Yeah. I've seen like what must be the shoe itself. It's not a lot to it. It's a little Brody Lee thing on the side, and yeah, it's
But that's not cashing in though, right?
Oh, here we go. Sorry, there is a comment. I'm going to try and highlight it. Here we go. Wayne Butler. What a man this is. Wayne, how are you, mate? What's your take on Clash at the Castle and SmackDown not selling out? Have WWE sold out the UK fans with the crazy pricing strategy, thinking that they're cash cows?
Yes. I think
Chris's answer first.
Honestly, I think we would have gone to Scotland if the prices were a little bit better. Maybe.
Yeah, we've said before, and said it like it's been brought up in more than one conversation. It was actually cheaper to fly and get a hotel and a ticket to Bash in Berlin than go from essentially London to Scotland, which is tragic in my view. WWE's reasoning behind it doesn't really wash, but it was to break the Leon record of highest gate for the pay-per-view or whatever, the premium live event. Why do I get that wrong? They did that, and yeah, I do think they probably do treat UK as cash cows. They already announced another tour in October, November. I imagine the ticket prices will be a lot less because it's house show stuff. It's the WWE live events.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just the pricing strategy was fucked for SmackDown and Clash. The combo pricing on the day, which is usually a good indication on the day like of the show, where you can see a ticket price drop and stuff. I think there was like 2 tickets available for Clash, 2 tickets only, and they were like, it was like 600 quid for the pair. So I think they got sold as well.
I think as well because Scotland have never had a premium live event, aka pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I think people were going to be sort of chomping at the bit. And they mentioned ICW quite a bit.
They did, yeah. Drew showed up at ICW over the weekend. So
yeah. I mean, Scotland has got a sort of a rich heritage of your independent wrestling. We didn't.
I think it's peaked. I think Scotland's independent scene has peaked. I think it peaked with, ironically enough, Grado and Drew in ICW.
Yeah,
I think one of their main events they held on their big show. I think that's where it sort of peaked for them. But
Grado's doing like comedy stuff now, isn't he? I've seen him on
his impressions of Ali McCoy seem to be doing quite well and doing the rounds.
Yeah, on a sketch show and all that.
Yeah. Why not, man? Why not? I mean, he's not answering our calls, so he's got to be doing something.
Yeah, I know. I did reach out to him. Grado, brother. I reached out to you. You know what I mean? Graham.
Thank you for that, Wayne. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good to hear from you. We've got another one. White Six is something out of black and white cartoons. Max Fleischer? That's Aaron. I really don't want to pronounce your name incorrectly, Aaron.
Aaron Fagura.
Yeah. Like we'll go with that. Like, and
let's have a.
I mean, it has a real classic vibe to it. Like even the idea that you don't see the backstage beatdowns, you just see people lying in heaps. I think Gunther was in there, and Braun Strowman, like real big guys, big names were amongst those on the floor, including Chad Gable, who has now had lots of rest in peace things. It looks like people are saying he had a gunshot to the head.
Oh, so Max Fleischer was all like the Betty Boop stuff and the old things like that. You
should know that. You were around that during those times, weren't you?
Yeah, no, you're funny. What's that the video game?
Dick Tracy.
No. It's a video game based on those old cartoons. Oh man.
A video game based on old cartoons.
There's a new one. Yeah, there's a new one. And my boy plays it all. Cuphead. Have you played Cuphead?
No, you're gonna have to explain Cuphead to me.
Yeah, no, Cuphead is a fucking really good video game. My boy plays it. I play it with him. It came out a few years back, and it's very much like those sort of 1930s, 40s, 50s cartoons sort of thing. I do think a lot of the masks, have that sort of vibe to them. I'm not necessarily like maybe Nikki Cross. Her mask thing was a bit, but she's Scottish, isn't she?
Yes, it was a surprise to not see her on at Clash at the Castle, but knowing what they had planned for her.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be one of those things where it's a promise. It's like, we've got some big stuff for you. We can't put you on the show, can't put you on Clash, but we have got some really big stuff coming.
Even have her running down in a fucking, with a cape on or whatever,
No, like they took that gimmick away, didn't they? She was sort of doing that walking around staring into space gimmick and not doing anything.
Yeah.
And now she's crawling out, and it was pretty creepy, man. I'm not gonna lie. It was like almost like The Ring.
Yeah.
Is that the one where the video and all that
Yeah.
come out of the
Calls
well and
out the
stuff?
video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not big on like horror stuff. I don't watch it that much, but yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, thank you for that, Aaron. It's a nice reminder that Chris is old.
I am old. But yeah, those Max Fleischer, Fleischer
Are we
cartoons
even
are.
saying it right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Christ.
no, but they're very like. I think Cuphead was. They were the inspiration for the Cuphead video game. Play Cuphead, man. It's fucking good. It's quite a hard game as well.
Okay, I'll try and have a look at Cuphead.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't. Yeah, I don't play much games anymore.
It's
but
basically it's this guy with a cup for a head, and basically he gambled all his money and sold his soul to the devil, and then it's quite dark. It's quite dark. And then he has to sort of battle all these iterations of the devil, these demon sort of things in different sort of. It's a good game, man, and
yeah.
it's like I say, it's very much like those Max Fleischer sort of cartoons.
No, that's cool, man. Like, no, I appreciate the comment. It's not something I would have thought of straight away. So, thank you for helping and being a part of the show. Like, this is what live does. We get comments that we might not understand straight away, and we have to. Or Chris has to look it up. Yeah,
break it down. So, just a quick one. So, I like to, and I know you do on occasion, like watch through a certain series of stuff on the network. So,
yes.
I was watching through the WrestleManias, and I got through to sort of in your 30s, and then I stopped and I started watching Halloween Havocs.
Yeah.
Right. I started on Starcade. After that, I went to Starcade, and I got for a few of them, and then
some of those 80s ones, like the early 80s ones, are brutal though. Production-wise, they're so bad. Like
proper.
I struggle with them. I tend not to I always scroll past them.
So then I went on to Halloween Havocs after that, and I'm on 1999 in the Halloween Havocs.
Oh, okay. It's not a bad one.
Yeah. And then I started the end of last week doing the In Your Houses. So
are you breaking out the VHS tapes, or are you doing it on the network?
No, so this is at work, and I'm watching it on the network when I'm at work. So I'm currently up to. I've just watched Buried Alive.
Oh wow.
And The Undertaker, and I think I've literally just got to. So I think that would be Buried Alive. I think was 11, and then I think I'm into 12. Am I? No. So yeah, Buried Alive is the one that I've just stopped watching. So I mean, those were a bit weird because it just triggered me because I just. Obviously, Brett in the background here.
We haven't quite figured out. I haven't figured out like how to get a decent sort of banner in the background and whatever. So I went with Brett at the mountains. Like,
I mean, why not?
Could be more heroic than
right.
A man in double denim and cowboy boots overlooking
Canadian
mountains. Yeah,
fucking
what a
Canadian
superstar.
hero.
Yeah. He should be on their money.
So he should be on their money, man. So you've got Jim. You got Jim Ross, like sort of. Do you remember the one where his mic was cutting out and he kept saying, "Oh, Vince, you're messing with my mic and all that." It was when like the fake Razor and Diesel came in.
Yes,
and he was the one that brought them in. And then you've got like him, Vince, and the King, and sometimes Mr. Perfect on.
Oh, Aaron, appreciate the comment, but I don't think Wyatt 6 reminds me of the Nexus like it might you. To move away from the Wyatt 6 for a second, the rant that Wade Barrett went on after Clash at the Castle was fan-fucking-tastic, and that reminded me of the Nexus. That was vicious Wade Barrett. That was early Nexus shit, and that was, thank you, Aaron, for reminding me about that, because I would have totally forgotten about it. Sweet Lord, that was impressive. Saying that Punk needed to be fired and all that, like really good, like almost wishing that Wade Barrett would manage Drew, or even just come out of retirement.
So what did you have before Nexus? When it was like the League of Nations. Do you remember that?
No, that was after. Yeah, that was after Nexus. Nexus was the first one.
Was that after?
Yeah, League of Nations.
Oh, right, yeah. So League of Nations was
before.
after.
I think they got rid of like Miro and that. Yeah.
Yes, I fucking loved the League of Nations. I thought that was fucking great, man. Because you're talking about Nexus. I was like, I wasn't sure if it was just before or just after.
Drew could recruit friends like Sheamus and that to help take on Punk. I think it would, I think the idea of a new Nexus would be terrible, but the idea of Drew being helped by Barrett and Sheamus and even Gallus, if you want to bring them into it, has a really good sort of sting to it.
Well, I mean, these are all the possibilities that could be possible when you don't work with children. Like CM Punk is,
Yeah, we're going to be eating donuts on the show next week, aren't we?
That's what I'm saying, man. It's good. We're going to be going down to fucking, what is it, like, what was that, Molly's or whatever it was called, fucking, to get some cakes. We could just go Simmons.
We ain't proud. We'll go to our local bakery. Yeah,
we'll go Simmons, mate. That's our local. We'll go fucking Greg's. You know what I mean? That's a bit. I mean, Simmons is.
We don't prop up multinational corporations. We go Simmons. We stay local.
Stay local. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Simmons is literally specific to our area. Like, there ain't no Simmons nowhere else. It's like a Hertfordshire thing.
Good shit.
You get me? It's like, it does go into North London slightly. Simmons, you know what I'm saying? But it's based in Hatfield. Boom. Love a Simmons, man. Getting a bit overpriced now, though.
Is it?
I'm saying.
I haven't walked into one for a while. I've walked past one a couple of times, like in the past week or so, but I haven't got in. Like, the last thing I got in there was bread rolls. Yeah,
bro. I had a fucking prawn mayonnaise bap, and it was like £5.20, bro. It's like, I don't know if prawns are more expensive now. Bakery chat, that.
Yeah, no. The last thing I bought in Simmons was bread rolls. So, yeah.
Well, just plain bread rolls.
Yeah, put my burgers in them.
Oh, for you, I was going to say, like, I can't imagine you just going in there, just like yamming up fucking dry, just eating dry rolls. Like you didn't even get like a Chelsea bun or something, nothing. You didn't get a Eclair or nothing.
No, just straight buns, for the burgers for later on.
They do a nice Victoria sponge in there. They do a nice Victoria sponge.
I've not done that. Like I'm pretty safe in my choices. I get the jam donuts or the ice donuts. Pretty good. Yeah.
No, they got this thing. When I used to work at a certain place, I had a Simmons van that used to come round, and they used to have
get them delivered. We used to get a Simmons van come to Arsenal, back in the
It was probably the same van, bro, because I was in Hatfield, so it was probably the same van.
For the driver for donuts.
Trust me, bro. You know what I mean? Okay, Diddy Donuts. Like, they used to come around with slices of cake from the shop, and there was this thing called like devil's cake. It was like a slice of chocolate cake, dipped in chocolate, so encased, like a slice of chocolate cake encased in. Man. Bruv, it was fucking like diabetes in one slice. But my God,
you're having health problems in later life, bruv.
Trust me, bruv. That's why I peaked in fucking 2004. You know what I mean? Like, it's good though, man. You know when you're like working, you do a physical job and that you're on your feet all day. Gets to like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then the Simmons van comes around. You're like, yes, fucking boost, a couple. You know what I mean? Couple donuts or like a piece of devil's cake. Let's go. You know what I mean?
How did we get here?
Honestly, they don't. You know what I mean? They talk a lot of shit about English cuisine in various other countries and that, but you can't knock our cakes, bruv. Like, ask that Kalani ghost hunter geezer that comes over to the UK. He
I don't know
literally
who
comes
that
over
is.
here and does like food reviews and that, bruv. He was in Hitchin. I was gonna ask him to pass through my shop in it and just come and see me and that. Like, basically, he's a guy from America, comes over here and does like food reviews. And he was going to like Chicken George or something. Is there Chicken George in Hitchin?
There is, yeah, Chicken George.
Yeah, I think he was going Chicken George or like Wings and
Okay.
Tings
Yeah.
or something.
There's
Yeah.
there's Chicken George in Hitchin now and Luton, and I mean I don't know if you've been to Pecker's yet in Stevenage.
Peckers. No, I ain't been Peckers, but
Yeah.
they opened up, and I think they had a bit of a rough first day. Like some people were taking shit back, saying it weren't cooked properly and all that.
What, in Stevenage?
How was your Pecker? How was your Peckers? You had Peckers?
I've had it more than once already.
Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, we're talking about our Peckers here, aren't we?
That's right. I haven't had Peckers, but I know of it. I do know of it. But yeah, I've not been there yet, but I hear good things.
Well, this is
like Slim
this is why we're
Chickens, bruv. You know what I mean? Chicken Slims.
I do know we do know about Slim Chickens, yeah. Moving on from our Peckers for a minute.
Trust me, bruv. You know about Slim Chicken.
It was one of those things about going live, and we had to see how it goes, because the next thing I think would be us eating things like sausages and stuff online, like going phallic for the fans, right? Is that something you?
Bruv, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time until the OnlyFans thing kicks in, right? So I think that's why Bishop from Terrible Wrestling Takes doesn't want to look at our faces, because he's waiting for the OnlyFans, and then he can subscribe to the OnlyFans, and then he will have full access. It'll be top tier. He won't scrimp on us. He'll want to see us deep throating those sausage rolls. He'll want to see us eating those chocolate eclairs. He'll want to see us just smashing the
just face deep in
the
Belgian
devil's
bun.
cake into our.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happened to me light. My light's just died.
There's no problem here. I can still see you. It's all good. Oh,
okay.
It's very bright now.
I don't know what happened. There we go. So he's waiting for the OnlyFans. It's only a matter of time.
If you have just joined, we are actually we're talking about wrestling, but started talking about bakeries, things that are phallic, and OnlyFans. Yeah, I don't know how we got to that, but
we can do OnlyFans with exclusive content, and it doesn't have to be, us like mashing cake with our feet or like showing off our ring pieces. Like, it can be, like exclusive content, right? On OnlyFans, it doesn't have to be like wangers and arseholes, does it? Or
no, it doesn't. We could be eating hot dogs, I assume, relatively seductively on OnlyFans. I'm sure one or two people might enjoy that. Like,
bruv, Moxley would go mad. Moxley would love that, to see us nyamming up hot dogs. Especially if we shook each other's hands after. He would love it.
That's how they get paid, isn't it?
That's right. He'd think he's got a pay rise. Think of how many hot dogs he can buy with that 4 million quid he's getting paid.
Have you seen the clip? So come on Twitter today, someone jumping in a wrestling show, apparently being thrown off of a building and landing on the roof of a car. And this was quite a great height. I'm no longer going to mock these and say, is it hot dogs or handshakes? I just want to know how much they've been paid. I just want to know the exact dollar or pound figure, because doing stunt work, which is essentially what it is, Ric Flair famously called Mick Foley a glorified stuntman, but that's what these guys are doing now. It's just stunts.
Yeah.
And I really hope for someone that's been thrown off of a building to the roof of a car, I'm hoping it's not a rental car, because that seems to upset CM Punk as well. I just want to know
Of
how
course.
much they're actually being paid for these things now.
Yeah, look, you
It's
know, at the end of the day, you know, I got what he was saying about like it's hard enough for wrestlers to sort of hire cars anyway because they got a
yeah.
bad reputation for like smashing them up. Um, you know, but it's oh fucking hell. Sorry, just seen the Portugal score. They scored in the 92nd minute.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of celebration behind me. I assumed it was Portugal. So was that 1-1?
92nd minute. 2-1.
Oh, 2.
They won 2-1.
Schlags. Fair enough.
But they're my tip for the tournament, Portugal.
They were, yeah. I think we spoke on the phone about that. You said that they were your tip. I picked
Yeah.
France. Naturally, it's an easy pick, but I also think Belgium now might come out swinging after losing their opener this
Yeah.
week.
Well, because my two tip was Belgium and Portugal. I think are in with a good shout. But I'll tell you what, Romania looks strong, man. You know, I know they weren't up against sort of the toughest opposition, but
I feel bad for the Ukraine because it feels like they're there as like a, come on, like taking your little brother somewhere in it because
yeah.
even though you don't want to, it feels like that with Ukraine sometimes because they look pretty poor, and if you're getting dicked by Romania, like think of how bad it could be if they play someone really up for it. Yeah, I'm not saying the Romanians went up for it; they played really well, but they looked too good for them.
Romania were fantastic.
Yeah.
They were really strong. Yeah, I'm enjoying watching it at work. You know, watching the footy. It's nice. Like tomorrow, there's 3 games. You know what I mean? We got one at 2, got one at 5, we got one at 8. I think
Life's good.
life's good, man.
And then you can have a little nap and you can stay up and watch Dynamite.
Yeah, all right. Fucking hell. You know what? Yeah, I'll be honest. I only watch Dynamite when they say something's going to happen, and then I watch it, and I end up instantly regretting that I've stayed up and watched it. And it's like,
no,
like every time without fail, I regret watching it. So
how did you how do you feel about MJF's return? Like, are you bothered? Like, you're a big
no, it's
MJF
wet.
guy.
I'm a huge MJF guy, but it's not been done. I mean, they ain't got fuck all going on there. They've got nothing going on there. They've got no sort of top guy. Yeah, they've got no sort of hierarchical structure as such where anyone's had any title for any sort of amount of time where it means anything. You know, it's a bit of a shit show. It's like, you know, I think that, I mean, are we gonna get MJF Osprey at some point? Probably.
Well, no, I think the Forbidden Door thing is Osprey and Swerve, isn't it? For the
Oh yeah,
championship.
but we're gonna get MJF Osprey at some point. We're gonna get MJF Swerve at some point.
Yeah, of course. But I'm still laughing at the fact that they've decided to give Osprey the title shot now instead of saving it for Wembley.
For Wembley, yeah.
Where he, I second guessing their shitty booking is an awful hobby.
Yeah,
it really is. It could drive you to despair. And like, we've said this before. We're not bookers. We're not, any of that. But we have common sense most of the time.
yeah. Generally,
We know how and where and how to get there. We know how to read a map. It's those.
well,
It's so simple when it comes down to it. Simple booking is what essentially got places like WWE, WCW, AWA, all of those places. It got them all to their most successful times in their in their lifespans of some of these companies that are now no longer with us. It's a simple booking that will get you there. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. If you know you've got Will Ospreay on the team, in the company and you planning to push him as your main guy, you give him that shot on the biggest stage you can. You don't waste it in Hillbillyville in America. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Yeah. I mean, it's what are they building? What is going to be the main event at All In? What are they building up to? I mean, what can you imagine it's going to be the main event?
I mean, what are they going to put Soraya in another big match? You know, are they going to put Pac in a big match? Pac doesn't win any, so why would anyone be up for that? I know they've got other British people in the company. You know, they've got Soraya's brother. Name, has lost me for a minute. I'm sure maybe she doesn't even know his name half the time.
Zach.
Is it that one? It would make sense,
Yeah,
actually. Zach.
I think
so.
so.
It's not going to be Roy, is it?
No.
Yeah, who else? They got a Go-Go who's colder than the fridge right now. Jamie
Which ain't his
Hayter
fault
is
though. It's
missing in action.
the booking. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, it's the booking.
But again, it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah, it is frustrating, and they're going to get to a point where they get to Wembley, and yes, the hardcores will be there. Of course, they will. They're the hardcores. They're going to be there no matter what. You can charge them no matter what. They're going to go for it. It's the group of people that sit behind them and further back. It's how you can't hide. You can't hide in Wembley. You can hide in these smaller arenas around the US, but you cannot hide those empty seats in Wembley at all. Sorry, we have another comment. It's Aaron. Aaron's still with us. Thank you, Aaron. Oh, I like this question. Will Wyatt 6 kill Baron Corbin on SmackDown? I'm not sure if they're even going to be on SmackDown. I'm not sure what you've got against Baron Corbin, but I quite like him. I quite liked his run as a wolf dog in NXT. But yeah, I think the Wyatt 6 might take out some people on Raw, some lower names who are going to move or get reheated or something like that. Yeah.
Who did we see? So Uncle Howdy, didn't we see? The last one was LA Knight. He had a match with, right? Was it?
No, I thought it was Bray, wasn't it? The Fiend.
Yeah, the Fiend had it. Yeah, but
the Fiend
Uncle
Howdy,
he showed up in that match.
Yeah, what was the match? It was the drink match, energy drink, wasn't it?
It was the blackout. It was the blackout fucking Mountain Dew.
we've had a few comments here. And the name is one for the ages. Large and long shaft. Shout out to you, Mr. Shaft, or Mrs. Shaft, whatever you prefer. Talking about the debut of the Wyatts, what a debut! Yes, he's saying they looked cringe and cringed though. I think he's changed it. Yeah, they look cringe. I'm not sure if they look cringe, but it is new and exciting. Yeah. So sorry. Thank you. One more comment. Thank you for subscribing. Holy shit, that's great. Mr. Shaft, we appreciate you.
I mean, your fucking your profile picture is fucking wild as well. But
is that Justin Trudeau?
Yes, Trudeau.
In blackface.
It's fucking incredible. It is fucking wild. As soon as I saw that, I was laughing inside, and I thought, I swear that's Justin Trudeau. That's fucking amazing. You're Canadian.
Large and long shaft from Toronto. He hates Trudeau.
Nice. Fucking hell, that's creased me up, mate. Honestly. Yeah, no, incredible.
I'll be honest, we don't get many or any pictures of blackface on our show, but if Justin Trudeau is wearing blackface, then we are here to mock that.
I mean, he's basically like the Canadian Wayne Rooney because he's like shagging his granny. I swear his missus is like could be his nan.
Nah, no,
Yeah,
that's
she's bare
Macron, isn't
old.
it?
No, was that Macron?
Yeah, the French guy.
Oh, is it
He's got
Macron
like
who's
an old
shagging?
missus.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Trudeau was shagging like a granny, but no, it's
No,
Trudeau
just...
actually with she was his teacher or something.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah, some weird shit. They're all fucking weird, bro. All these politicians, they're all mad. But yeah, that has cracked me up, dude. That incredible. Oh, his missus shagged Castro. Holy shit. I swear yes, bro. I did read about that as well, actually. I did read about that. Yeah. Nuts. Yeah.
Hang on.
Do you reckon he's a cuck then? His mum shagged Castro. They say he's
his
the
mum
son.
because he linked his sister, isn't it?
Yes, right. That's right. Yeah, they say he's Castro's son. That's mad.
Stop.
This is what happens when you go on a live. We need to do this more.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen on live. You know, large and long shaft. We salute you for all the way to Toronto.
That's right.
For joining us and giving us a little bit of education in Canadian politics.
That's right. We've got a true Canadian hero behind us in Mr. Bret the Hitman Hart. You know what I mean? We've got
maybe he was the lure.
Maybe the Bret Hart background probably done it.
Oh man!
So who would have thought we'd see a large and long shaft on our live? But we have, and it was incredible.
Talking about peckers.
That's what happened. That's what did it.
Talking about peckers and OnlyFans, a large and long shaft shows up.
That's right.
Good lord!
It's serendipitous.
Yeah. Wayne's back in.
Yes, Wayne.
What sort of longevity do we give the Wyatts? Wow, that is a. What factions do we see him target? I don't think they're going to go after factions. So there's more comments like underneath. I'm trying not to laugh. Yeah, the faction. I don't think they're going to target faction. I think they're just going to target whoever they want to target and take out. I struggle to see where the Wyatts or the Wyatt Six or whatever take things like championships, but they are here to disrupt. It's very much, that whole. Maybe the original question about Nexus was probably right. It is disruption. It's not about. It was never about championships until Barrett decided he wanted the title shot. But it's. I think it's there to take down. It's like, it's not like the NWO or nothing like that. I don't think, but it's it was interesting. Thanks, Wayne. You've stumped me. So, Chris, I'm going to let you try and take that.
I don't know if I don't know if it's going to sort of become something where they take out factions. I think it might be where they start sort of maybe bullying individuals, just doing creepy shit.
I think it's going to be more along of creepy than bully sort of tactics, like just sort of showing up and sitting in a corner of a room and then disappearing, like Undertaker tricks.
Yeah. Are we going to see? Are we going to see? Ron Killings sort of R-Truth sort of doing a few skits with them at some point. I'd like to see
I imagine eventually when the group is starting to die out and it's less serious, then R-Truth comes into his own and gets his. I'm sure he comes in wearing a mask and all that business, some sort of kiddies version. Yeah,
I'm still waiting for the Bloodline to come and beat the fuck out of Cody because, like I say, I still think Cody needs.
Clash at the Castle sort of gave that, didn't it? Like, Solo coming out and doing his thing. I still struggle with Solo as a leader of the Bloodline, but I'm here to see where it goes. Large and long shaft. We'd rather have Bret Hart's PM than Trudeau. Like, we can get behind 100%. That. We can't vote in your Canadian elections, but we can definitely campaign. Rank the factions faction debut amongst our own favorites.
Yeah.
So where would you put this debut as within the other ones, the other faction debuts?
I mean, it was okay.
Can you beat Scott Hall coming through the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, the faction debut. Are we talking like the Outsiders?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, the Outsiders. Yeah, there would probably be one. Nexus tearing apart the set. Essentially, was the other one. There was some really bad ones, though, wasn't there? What was the one where Mustafa Ali was in charge of it? What was the name of that?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
My personal favorite is the Elite and how they took out Tony Khan. So
yeah. I mean,
couldn't say it with a straight face.
I mean, the NWO has got to be up there. And I tell you what's funny. Talking about factions, the WWF at the time of the In Your Houses were mentioning the Click a lot. So like they were talking about the Click a lot, even when Razor and Diesel weren't in the WWF. Brett was talking, Sean was talking about the Click this, the Click that, and they were talking about the Click. So, do we count the Click as a faction, even though they weren't sort of?
I wouldn't.
No,
it's just,
they were more like
something I wouldn't do, but
yeah,
I'm sure it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I would say NWO's got to be the top for debuts.
Not the Elite, then.
No, not the Elite.
Okay. Yeah,
I would say it's got to be NWO.
Yeah,
I mean, even the Outsiders.
Hall's introduction and then Nash coming in like behind Bischoff and using the word adjective incorrectly.
Incorrectly, yeah. Check the adjective. Play. It's like, no, dude, it's a verb, son. Don't worry about it. We got you. We know what you're talking about.
Do you think there'll be a 6-member Alexa Bliss? I mean, that was talked about, wasn't it? Like Alexa would be in the group, but I guess with Nikki there, maybe they don't need another female yet.
I think it'll be good to have another female, though.
Oh yes, always.
They can just be creepy. They can be the creepy together. They can be the creepy pair of I think that'd be good. I think Alexa Bliss would be great in that.
Oh, this is good. Wyatt 6 versus Bloodline or Judgment Day. Put them all in and take my money.
Yeah, do like what they done in the WWF where you had
gang rules.
The gang rules. Where you had like what was Don Fallis's character called?
Don. He was the Truth Commission, wasn't it? And he was like
the Viper, the Jackal, the fucking Jackal. So you had all of those, and then you had like the Savio Vega with like the you had
Los Boricuas,
and you had the biker gang.
I can't remember the name of Crush and his gang. Like, what was that called?
Oh,
DOA or something like that.
DOA, it was Disciples of Apocalypse. Yeah. Yes, bro.
Oh man, absolutely.
And the Nation of Domination.
Yeah,
gang
put them
rules,
all in.
dude.
I think you could eventually do what you did with the Shield and the Wyatts, and they just like with either the Bloodline or the Judgment Day, probably Judgment Day, where they eventually like have to face off in some form, a Rumble or something, and it just goes off from there, and then they eventually meet and go on and do a really cool feud. I like the idea of Judgment Day more than I do Bloodline. I think it has more to it. I think Bloodline doesn't make a ton of sense, but I like where that's going. Why it's got to be wrestling weekly? It's going to get boring. Like to see them debut at SummerSlam in a match. I guess that's in a match. What does Triple H have up his sleeve for one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year? Punk and Drew would be the biggest one. I think that match has the biggest sort of appeal to it. It's unless the biggest thing he's got up his sleeve is Roman.
I mean, I think Roman's not going to be back for a while. I don't think he'll be back at SummerSlam.
No, I think it might be too soon.
Yeah.
You've got to let the new bloodline sort of story play out, unless it really starts to cool off. But is Jacob waiting in the wings for whatever reason?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone seems to really enjoy what Tama Tonga's doing, and I'm happy with that as well. Yeah, I would be surprised if we saw Roman, but I think that is the biggest thing up his sleeve if he needs it. And there is the other thing as well. I don't know why I forgot it. It's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, so this whole thing about Brock being involved with the whole fucking Vince scandal. Apparently, this young lady was maybe passed to him or something like that, allegedly. Because, an ex-UFC champion was mentioned, or,
Yeah.
all this shit. So we may have seen Brock sooner if it weren't for all that.
DOA was the coolest.
Yeah, man. It was Crush, and it was like the thingy twins, wasn't it? The fucking
Crush, the Harris boys.
The Harris boys, yeah.
Yeah, Skull and 8 Ball.
Skull and 8 Ball,
and
yeah.
Was it Primetime Brian Lee? Was it he was chains when
I think it was Brian Lee. I think it I think it was
the fake Undertaker. Nice. Yeah, they did get jobbed out, to be fair.
Disciples of the Apocalypse, it was, yeah. So it was Crush, Chain, Skull and 8 Ball, yeah. And Paul Ellering was the manager.
I'll be honest, the 1997 WWF Factions vibe, that's some good shit.
Yeah. Fucking hell, I remember that shit.
Mr. Shaft is now naming all the great sort of factions we had in that late 90s run, and until he gets to the Union, which was random and weird, and I think it was more of a play on anyone in the WWF or wrestling in general trying to unionize. I think it was just a wind up, but it was a very random fucking mash of wrestlers to stick in.
Yeah, Gang Wars.
What Test in there as well? I think it's a Test or the Big Show or someone
Man,
they put Test in after he had his run with Stephanie and all that.
Yeah, Testicles.
Oh no, that was with Keebler. Oh god.
Yeah, with Keebler. Love the Testicles.
Something we haven't touched on actually at all, and it is Dirty Dom. Guy's living life right now.
That's right. He's getting the hotel
key. Liv Morgan. He's doing his thing. Do you think Dirty Dom's going to find out his daddy? No, is the answer. I don't think that's going to happen. I think between the Judgment Day, there's going to be some infighting for the room key.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But it seems like Liv's only got eyes for, the dirtiest of all the dirty ones, and that's Dom. He's a bad man. He did time,
100%.
And I mean, a lot of love for Dirty Dom in the comments as well. Sweet Jesus.
Right,
I can't stop looking at the profile.
I know, it's fucking amazing. We were there when he kicked his dad in the nuts.
Yeah, I've got it on. I've recorded it on my phone. The heel turn, we were there. Amazing heel turn.
That's right. We were there when Dirty Dom first turned.
And that whole shtick of him doing time as well. Yeah, he was in a holding cell for 20 minutes. It's just pure gold, man. I think Dom has, for someone who's, his career was probably looking pretty ropey when he was just sort of teaming with his dad.
He wasn't looking that good in the ring. He wasn't looking like you say, the longevity of it. He weren't looking like he was going to be around for for that long, and he's managed to sort of carve himself a nice sort of niche.
I mean, you can't get a word out on the mic, so I don't think many people know what he's like on the mic these days.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
yeah,
that
but
helps.
that, again,
Yeah.
the fucking heat.
Yeah.
It's just white hot.
Latino heat.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mamacita. Oh, you know, it's fucking good stuff.
Yeah, fucking hell. I mean, I don't know where we are at the minute. Like, to be honest, we've gone completely off script, off tack here. Like, fuck it. Like, is there anything else that we've forgotten, or is there anything else you want to talk about, Chris, before we?
I don't know, mate. I mean, I think it's lovely to have questions fired at you. I was just looking at fucking Gang Wars. To be honest, I was just looking, because like I say, I watch through all the old stuff regularly, and you've got those events where you had the Gang Wars, and you had, I've just watched Justin Hawk Bradshaw versus Savio Vega in like a Caribbean strap match.
Oh, hang on. Controversy here.
Yeah. 100%.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
No, 100%. I think that would fucking be great, because you've got there's nothing that would make Dom be hated even more than him having a strap and just being a complete wanker about it.
Yeah, I think they sort of like tried and tested it with the North American title, which, not to be rude, it is a bit of a nothing title in the grand scheme of things on TV and stuff. But yeah, put the big belt on him. Fuck it.
Put the big belt on him.
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously trusting Dom in a way, because he was the guy they used to bring CM Punk back in. He was doing the live shows with CM Punk, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Like, over Christmas. And then Dom had a match with Cody at Money in the Bank, like the one that we were at and stuff. Yeah, like Dom is obviously trusted to be a part of with the bigger names. So yeah, why not, man? Like, the guy's got heat. Let's see. Damien is stiffer than Larger Longshaft.
Yeah. I mean, facts.
Fuck it, why not? Yeah, of course he is. I don't know what to say. Like, we're back on the shaft.
We're back on the shaft. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff, but it's funny, right?
the battle continues.
There's never. There's a lot of stuff going on in WWE. They're making progress in international markets. They're doing bits. They've got stuff going on all over the place. They have the infrastructure to make people stars, to give people the platform. And AEW still seems like it will never be more than a secondary promotion to WWE. I don't think they could ever. I think they've got sort of delusions of grandeur, which is a shame, because we thought that when AEW was created that they could do good things, they could do great stuff, they could, they've got people.
See, you're talking about AEW and you're yawning. Like,
I know, this is what I'm trying to say, bruv. It's AEW just isn't as engaging. There isn't enough. They haven't got enough of the infrastructure to get these things popping off. But with WWE, you've got stuff sort of popping off all over the place. You've got storylines going all over the place. So it's good.
It's long-term storytelling, and that
it is.
It's not even up for debate, especially on this show. It's not even close to a debate. Long-term storytelling over, all elite dream matches.
They call them dream matches because I fall asleep every fucking time there's one of them on there. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're fucking right. Honestly, AEW, it's the booking of AEW, like Large and Long Shaft is saying, the booking is the issue. They do have the talent there if it was booked correctly to do bits, to do stuff, but the booking is absolutely non-existent, and it's just chuck these people together and let's see what happens. And it's not good. You need to. We've said this a million times. He needs to just let someone else fucking book. Let someone else do the booking.
What we got coming up, man? Like we got some weird stuff coming up, haven't we? We will be at Wrestle Rave. So if anyone is listening, watching, blah blah blah.
So are you dressing up?
No, I'm not dressing up. I mean, they're in a professional capacity, Chris.
Are you not dressing up?
No. Do I have to dress up when I got all of this?
Bro, we're going to Wrestle Rave. Shout out Wrestle Rave.
Yeah, of course. Shout out to Wrestle Rave. We cannot wait to be there.
We are going to be in the VIP area, I believe, as well. So if you want to come and see us, right? I'm dressing up, dude. I don't care. I'm going to be fucking... I don't want to spoil it to who I'm going to be. There's a few people.
He's going to be Zubaz man again. There you go.
No, there's a few people that I'm going to be dressing up as. Okay. One of them is Gold Dust, right?
How are you going to interview anyone or talk to anyone on camera dressed as Gold Dust, bruv?
That's exactly how, right? Do you know what I
mean? I understand the point. Yeah,
right. So, I want that fucking prize. So yeah, it's either Gold Dust, Kurt Angle with the guitar and the little cowboy hat.
Yes, that's a good one, actually. Yeah, I like that idea.
So there's that. And there's another couple that I'm sort of toying with. Because when you do cosplay, right, a wrestling thing, you're always gonna get the people going as the same sort of stuff.
You're gonna see Macho Man. You're gonna see AJ Styles. Yeah,
you're gonna see a million. Yeah, you're gonna see a million Machos. You're gonna see a million Hogans. Are you gonna go as
Justin Trudeau?
Undertakers. I might do on a fucking magic carpet. Yeah. No, I'll go as Mizark Henry, innit?
Oh, bro.
I'm going as Mizark.
Someone's got to be the Croc then, isn't they?
Huh?
Someone's got to be the Croc.
Right. The Croc. That'd be great. I might just go as Owen Hart. I've got the proboscis, the prominent proboscis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I might go as Owen Hart. Yeah.
So NXT's Battle Royal, that's tonight, is it? I think. I'm not sure. Like I didn't catch up with NXT that much. Cody said there'd be some surprises. I mean, Ricky Starks would be my hopeful choice, but I don't even know if he's still under contract or not.
I mean, we could find out, but then it would kill the vibe of the surprise.
We're not here to do that.
So NXT for the Battle Royal, Cody did say...
oh, bro. Hang on.
Yeah. That's right. You know about the blue cane.
Yeah.
You know about blue cane, baby.
Blue chew cane.
You know who I'm going to go as, actually, Large and Long Shaft? You'll appreciate this, being Canadian. I'm going to go as the fucking Green Bastard. That's who I'm going to go as.
The fucking Green Bastard.
The fucking Green Bastard, yes. So I'm going to go as...
I don't know that one, but...
The Green Bastard is Bubbles from the Trailer Park Boys wrestling character.
Okay.
The Green Bastard.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to go as the Green Bastard.
Sorry, NXT, the NXT Battle Royal. Yeah, I'm hoping for Ricky Starks if it's it's a thing, if it's available, if he's already left at AEW. There has been no well wishes from AEW, and they usually have that for people that are leaving, like Andrade and all that. So who knows? I mean, is there anyone else you can think of? Velveteen Dream? No.
I mean, I mean, fucking
fine.
what
Yeah.
for me for my cosplay, Velveteen.
No. That's one surefire way to get kicked out.
That's fucking, especially if I've got a lad with me. You know what I mean?
Fuck's sake.
Oh, we've descended
no.
into chaos.
Yeah. Oh, what else
yeah,
we got we've got CXW as well, isn't our good friend, the Magnificent One?
There's one
You
in
did
August,
mention that.
isn't there?
Yeah. It's the hardcore show with I believe with a guest appearance from Jasmine St. Clair, our good friend. If you don't know who that is, just Google Jasmine St. Clair 500 and you'll get
I mean, maybe don't Google Jasmine Sinclair 500. And mate, Wayne Butler. I would.
I approve this message.
I would go as Tony Khan, but I can't afford as much fucking sniff as he would be on. So I wouldn't be able to like portray the character correctly. I wouldn't be able to be proper like cuffed off my nut enough to fully be Tony Khan. I would need to be bang on the bugle. Need to be fucking on that packet hard. And I mean, you boys would fucking hate it, me being on the bugle. Jesus. Can you imagine?
I mean, yeah, it could go south pretty quickly, but
it will 100% go south.
All you do is you turn up with a notepad or a book as well. Yeah. And you know, have a line, write a dream match. Have a line, write a dream match. Like, there you go.
Right. That's right.
That's Collision this week.
So Jasmine Sinclair's is at this
the
hardcore
CXW show. Yeah.
And Big Josh as well. No, big. What's his name?
I don't think it'd be Big Josh. I think he's dead.
No, not Big. The hardcore British wrestler who wears a white shirt. Big something. I can't remember the lad's name.
No, I don't know.
Hold on.
I'm now concerned that someone might have Googled Jasmine Sinclair 500, so please don't.
No, people will. I mean, it'll be fine. Big fucking Joe. That's his name. Big fucking Joe.
Big effing Joe.
Big effing Joe, yeah.
And I believe that, the hardcore show is like it's a over 18 sort of, you know, light tubes madness fest.
Yeah.
So yeah, as far as I'm aware, we should be there for some bangers and beer, right?
That's right. We'll be there, bro. We'll be there.
Yeah, sounds good. So I mean, we've hit the hour and a half mark. We can easily bust this out and say thank you and make a move. I mean, absolutely. Thanks to the people in the chat, Wayne, Aaron, and Mr. Shaft. We salute you all for joining us and giving us a nice comment there. You know, hell yeah, man. That was great. Anything to add, mate?
Just fucking. I mean, this is fun. I mean, we could do a few more live. I think the next live that we do would be good if we could do sort of a watch along to matches, and we could get other people as well watching on at the same time, which would be great. We could, because I still think that we need to watch that Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole banger from NXT before they both left. It was their last match in WWE. It was Adam Cole's last match for
I think
sure.
it was Cole's last match. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, he
Yeah.
hasn't had many in AEW, so yeah.
No, he hasn't. I mean,
But yeah,
you know,
yeah, I mean, live stream, if this is a thing, if this becomes, you know, obviously, if you're not watching this live, then, you know, apologies, but we've had some fun here because this stays on YouTube, right?
yes, I believe
I
so.
think so, yeah. I will find a way to turn this into audio as well. So if you are listening, you know, we'll say hi to you guys. Shout out to all our good friends and wrestling buddies. And that includes, you know, Graham and from Good Cop, Bad Cop. And obviously the magnificent one, you know, Bishop, who doesn't want to see Chris's face. I mean, there's others, isn't there? James
I'm
here
slightly
from
offended.
Cafe de Rene, who, you know, Cafe de Rene with that incredible story. I think we did touch on it last week or the week before. Missy Hart and JR doing the nasty. I mean, yeah, it's like fucking hell. There's so many cool people out there. Like I can't name them all, but right now we will name Large and Long Shaft, Wayne and Aaron for jumping in and chatting. So I guess for now we say thank you. We appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. What else is there? There's the 5-star ratings if you're listening. You know, we love a 5-star in a Tokyo Dome. I don't think they go any higher than that. Is that right?
7.5.
We'd want 7, yeah, naturally. But
8 3/4. That's a, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What more can we say, man?
As Dave will go, I think.
Yeah. What more can we say to our good friends here? Yeah, I think that'll do it. We'll, you know, guys, we really do appreciate you for checking in and jumping in on this. This has been our very, very first live. Fucking hell, it's been fun. Yeah, should we just say take care? Right.
That's right,
I'm
man.
JB. I am JB, the man next to me, the best Chris in all of wrestling podcasts, the man who will most likely dress as Tony Khan at Wrestle Rave, Mr. Chris Dredd. Take care, guys. We will see you next time.
Peace.